You ever sit down one day and have an idea for a movie, TV show, comic book, video game, etc.? Yeah? Did you follow through with it? That's too bad, because if you did, you could have made billions of dollars off that. Just imagine coming home one day and being able to say, "Hey mom, remember all that daydreaming school used to scold me about? Yeah, the Tesla outside I got for you using money from that." Franchises. Safe, familiar, and of course marketable. Some crash and burn, and others find monstrous success. So today, let's take a look at the top 10 highest grossing franchises of all time. Number 10. Harry Potter. The Harry Potter franchise has grossed an estimate of nearly $31 billion in its lifetime. It generates revenue from book sales, box office gross, and merchandise. However, it also brought in money from video game sales as well as television revenue. Number 9. Shonen Jump Comics. The Japanese weekly manga anthology has grossed over $34 billion since first coming into print in 1968. Nearly all of its revenue comes from comic and manga sales, while a small portion also comes from video games as well. Number 8. Mario. The popular video game character and franchise, who at one point was more recognizable than Mickey Mouse, has collected over $36 billion over the 4 decades he's been around. Most of this comes from video game sales, as it's Nintendo's flagship game franchise, and every Nintendo console has dozens of different Mario-related games on it. However, some of this revenue also comes from merchandising and even comics. Number 7. Disney Princess. This isn't to be confused with the Disney Princess films themselves, such as Snow White or Beauty and the Beast. This instead represents the brand of Disney princesses and their merchandise, such as costumes, toys, etc., which makes up a significant portion of its well over $45 billion earned. I mean, when you have a near monopoly on girls' toys and products, it's no surprise you've made that much. Number 6. Panman. Another manga series originating over in Japan. Their estimated revenue is over $60 billion, and virtually all of this comes from manga sales. Number 5. Star Wars. The sci-fi fantasy juggernaut has maintained a pop culture relevance ever since its first movie was a hit way back in 1977. So much of a hit, the brand has made a whopping $65.6 billion. A good chunk of this comes from its merchandising. You have a few Star Wars toys around your house, I know you do. But also large portions come from film sales, home entertainment, video games, books, and other streams. Number 4. Mickey Mouse. The Disney mascot has been in the public consciousness for nearly a century now, and in that time he's been able to bring in over $70.5 billion. Nearly all of this comes from merchandising, while some comes from box office revenue as well as home entertainment. Number 3. Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, you're laughing now, but I know for a fact you read these books as a kid, and that would mean you contributed to its $75 billion in revenue. Just like Mickey, nearly all of this coming from merchandising, while some comes from box office revenue and home entertainment. Number 2. Hello Kitty. The Japanese character Hello Kitty is a money-making machine generating over $80 billion. Virtually all of this comes from merchandising. I mean, it makes sense. We've all seen her face on a million different things. Just imagine collapsing on this after a hard day's work. And the number 1 most successful brand of all time, Pokemon. The Nintendo-owned video game franchise is able to print money like absolutely no one else. So much so that it has generated over $92 billion. Holy crap. A large portion of this comes from merchandising, while other big factors include video games, trading cards, television reruns, and so on. As you can see, it's incredible that one person's idea can potentially make insane amounts of money. So I don't see what's exactly stopping me, and I feel like I can bring plenty to the table. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to try that. I'm going to try to create my own multi-billion-dollar franchise. I got a cease and desist. I was hoping they wouldn't notice I combined Winnie the Pooh and Mario.